Now, I want to get down to the simplest possible nitty-gritty of what we've been talking about in a very easy way. To ask ourselves the question, quite fundamentally, what's all the trouble about? In other words, what is your state of mind when you contemplate the possibility of everything becoming nothing? All right, so the universe is a transitory system, like a bubble, like smoke, like foam on the water. And so, how easy? Just go along with it, dissolve. Then what? What does that do to you when you envisage that possibility? How do you feel inside? Why do you feel that way inside? And really, you can't resist this, even if you don't believe that that's what's going to happen, that there is some immortality principle, or a spirit, or something which outlasts this change. Supposing it changes, and changes, and changes, and changes, and then stops changing altogether. Because everything, in the end, when the television switches off, the screen goes down to a point which vanishes. Shut off. Supposing that is the conclusion of it. And anyway, time goes by so fast, doesn't it? And the older you get, the faster it seems to go. When you're a child, time drags a good deal, much slower. But as you get old, you begin to read obituary notices with your contemporaries in them, and you see everything changing. Well, it won't be long now, after all. And it dissolves. It may be a very painful dissolution, mostly because you're resisting it. So, what's the problem? Why don't we want to give up? What do we think we're going to get by holding on and by resisting the dissolution? Now, I'm not saying at the moment that, as I'm a sort of preacher, advocating giving up. What I'm interested in for you to feel is what do you really feel like inside at the prospect of there being nothing, of this whole thing being a bubble that dissolves?
What's up, everybody? Back with another video. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me loud and clear. Hope everybody's doing well and swell. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. What's good, Groveland Girls, Space Troll, Cuts? Angels, good Geminis. All right, y'all can hear me. Shout out to all you guys. Everybody's doing wonderful in this wild world. I know it's late, so it's kind of out of I'm out of character. Just wanted to come on here and disrupt the LLMs Yeah, see where it goes. Anybody wanna? Oh, okay. That's what I was looking for. All right. Is that better? I don't want to. I don't want to scream. I'm on my quiet voice, so should be good enough. This is about where I'm usually at. Let me know if you could hear. Holler if you hear me. You can hear me, right? That's good, Deanne. Bamboo, what's good? Backstage. Oh, y'all already joining? Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see who's that is. Guest. Oh, fake. The fakest Michael. Bamboo.
Hey, yeah, right. What's up, man? How's it going?
What's up, man? What's good with you?
Not much, man. I don't get much of a chance to come up. I think I've only been in your panel like once, but had the chance and I saw you were about to go live, so cheers, man. Hey, what's up, Will? I
How's
never
it
got a
going,
chance to
Bamboo?
talk to you. I'm doing okay,
I
man.
don't think we've ever conversed
No,
outside the chat.
I don't think so, man. So it's good to talk to you too, man. Everybody in
Likewise.
chat, cheers
Sure.
and blessings. So many good people out there. Can I just give a real quick shout out, like Deanna, Don Juan, Groveland, Angel, Matt Catter, Cuts, Gemini's. I don't know if I'm missing anybody, but cheers. Hopefully, you guys are doing well.
I don't
What's
know. I don't know if it's just me. If someone could let me know in the chat, but Bamboo Soldier, your audio is clear but very low.
Oh, too low. Okay. Let me turn up my
that's
gain.
perfect.
Oh, you
Oh,
think
It's
it's good?
perfect.
Or maybe it's your volume on your side.
It's perfect on my end.
okay, cool.
Some.
Mine, I'm turned all the way up, and he
Oh,
was
you're all
good
the
at
way
first.
up. Yeah, maybe I'm a
You're,
little. Okay, maybe this is better.
I don't know. I'm checking the chat because yeah, right. The
Okay.
Matrix, your audio, we can hear you, but like every fourth word, it might cut out half like a word or
Because he's
so.
driving, right?
oh yeah,
So yeah, that'll happen.
I'm mobile,
Oh,
so
you sound
I'm
much
mobile.
better now. All right, cool, cool.
No way, you're on the road again?
Yours is yours is super loud. Your
Who,
mic
me?
is super. Yeah, it ain't a fake mic today.
I plugged the whisk into the tablet.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That explains it. So you got
Oh, okay, yeah, maybe it's a tablet going on. Yeah.
it's amplified. I
So
got it.
I think mine was.
Yeah, I never plugged this into the tablet before, so
Well,
I'm taking a
I'm
shot.
pretty sure my audio is okay. It's probably your side because I've been tweaking my audio like the last few weeks with people I do karaoke with and figuring out just little settings on
Oh, so
StreamYard
then
even
you
will
got it.
help. So I think I'm more dialed down. But you sound good. Hopefully I'm not too loud or too low.
It's all good. I can hear everybody. So,
So where are you
so that's
headed? Yeah, right.
all right. Shit, I'm just chilling, man. Just
You
trying to
chilling,
get away for a little bit.
man.
You
Yeah, I
know,
wish I had time on Monday to do that. I kind of envy people that have the chance to do that and stuff. So man, yeah, get away, dude. For sure.
life's a journey, so go on journeys. That's the way I look at it.
Hell
Just
yeah.
wake up one day and say, you know what, I want to go here. Make it happen. Only
Yeah.
we only get in we only get in our own way. You
That's
Ride
know.
true.
safe. Hopefully the weather isn't bad.
No, there's no bad weather. You know, it's all good.
Speaking of weather, it's been raining for it just started again. So it's coming east a little bit. I know cuts up there in the mountains and stuff. It's coming your way too. What's up, coffee?
Yeah, yeah. But what's good with you guys though? What's up, Willie? Fakest Mike?
Man, oh, so I got a big interview coming up on Saturday. I've been basically trying to get this interview for like fucking 20 years now. Cynthia McKinney, you guys don't know who she is. She's a
Sounds familiar.
congresswoman, former presidential candidate. She's the one that grilled Donald Rumsfeld about the missing trillions.
Missing couple.
Yeah, and all that. So I'm super excited to have her on finally.
Awesome.
That's gonna be dope. If you guys have any questions for her, let me know. And then so Fridays at 8, I've been doing Fake Mike Fridays, and we've been having shorties on the show. We've been talking about some white Kevin Samuels type shit. So just switching it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? For all
Big
my
up to
high
that,
value
Jay.
men out there, you know.
Totally.
We're switching up the game a little bit, but it's good, man. It feels good. It feels good, man. And I had court today, and they're gonna give me the same deal they were gonna initially give me, which is filing for a year. So if I don't get arrested for a year, they'll dismiss it. I could have won the case, whatever, but I got bigger and better. Say again?
What is it, ACD or something?
I'm not exactly sure. In every state, I think it might be something different. Basically, it's a
Yeah, I know.
filing
If you don't get in trouble, they'll just dismiss it. It's a
after yeah, exactly. So if I don't get in trouble,
it's an adjournment and contemplation of dismissal. That's what it's really called.
yeah, in Rhode Island they call it like I forget the exact thing. My lawyer, she's awesome.
Yeah, you got the Commonwealth, so it's y'all got canon Roman law up there.
Yeah, it's barbaric out here. Rhode Island's one of the worst states, bro. The most corrupt states. That's why very soon I will be.
It's the independent state, isn't it? Whatever
Rhode
it's
Island.
called.
No. Rhode Island's the ocean state, and it's so funny because we do have beaches, but you can only go there like 2 days out of the year because it's so cold. And half of them be getting shut down because of bacteria. It's like, bro. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some really, really nice places in Rhode Island. Newport is during the Gilded Age.
Once.
Yeah, Newport's gorgeous. That's where all the rich, opulent robber barons went during the Gilded Age.
Exactly. I went to go tour the what's the place called? The Breakers house.
Yeah, the Breakers.
Where The Great Gatsby was based on and filmed.
Yeah, so there is a lot of cool things. Actually, there is Rhode Island's actually a really dope place to visit. You would want to stay there no longer than 4 or 5 days max. I showed my friend around from San Diego. I showed him Providence in literally like an hour, bro. I was like, all right, this is the downtown, you know what I'm saying? These are the couple hoods, this, and the Providence is super small, man. You could drive from one side of Rhode Island to the other in less than an hour.
It is.
Yeah, it's tiny, small state. I mean, it's like the size of probably like the Bay Area, they say, which is where I'm from.
It's whack, man.
SF Bay Area.
Good and bad, but yeah, those are the things I'm working on right now. So
okay, interesting. I did remember the time I went to Rhode Island. It was my cousin's wedding. This is like 2003 or 4. But like I have family on my dad's side from Ohio, but then they also, extension like in New England and stuff. So we had we went to a wedding I went to a wedding, and the reception was held at the Newport,
much better
yacht club. So it was hella ritzy and money everywhere, man. It was crazy. Interesting to see that part of the country, though.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to join my phone. I'll be right back because I cannot hear you guys. I'll be right back.
What?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's got to be something on his end because you're perfectly clear.
That's I should be. I have a pretty decent microphone and just a USB mic, and it's pretty dialed in.
Were you? You're in California, right?
Yeah, I'm in California, in the Bay Area, close to San Francisco.
California.
Yeah, California. I know, man. It's like they're making all the good people out here look bad too. It's like we have a lot of good people out here. Every state does, but definitely California, and it gets overshadowed by the bullshit, of course. Yeah,
man, it's everywhere now.
It's everywhere, man. Everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's crazy, man, but. That's what we're all doing. We're all just sitting here, watching it all just crumble apart.
Pretty much, man.
Yes, that's all we're doing.
It's hard to know where to look to even worry about stuff anymore. And sometimes you just like, you just gotta take it away. Like what you're doing, just get away from it, man. You gotta clear your mind, clear your head, get back to nature a little bit, just
Yeah,
reflect,
yeah, definitely
meditate.
gotta just shit, you know,
Yeah,
gotta just. It is what it is. I think it's gonna ramp up after the Super Bowl ritual, whatever they, you know,
right.
kind of
What they got cooking
energy,
up for that? Yeah,
whatever
what they
kind of
got
energy
cooking
they're
up.
gonna be leaking through that is beyond me. But
Yeah, like man, I mean, looking into that too is like it takes a very like sharp mind too to understand like all these ideologies that they're worshiping and stuff. Maybe maybe some of it is the numbers, but a lot of it isn't. And like so like looking back at guys like Rambo who could just like spit some knowledge real quick, what he knows right now in his mind, like about what he thinks is coming up in the next few months. Wish I could hear that.
yeah, I mean, shit, it's pretty much showing us everything they're gonna do.
Pretty much, yeah. I
You
mean,
definitely don't need numbers to figure that shit out.
oh man, so much deeper.
You know, so
Hey guys, it's crazy because I was always the guy for the last decade plus being like, well over a decade, nearly 2 decades, being like, don't worry guys, we can do this. We're just gonna wake up enough people and blah, blah, blah. We're here, bro. I'm the unflinching optimist of this movement, but this is beyond repair. This situation is beyond repair, and I mean, now they finally we all knew this for the longest time. We were telling people this was going to happen for the longest time, and now they're introducing it to the normies. Yes, guys, we're going to chip you in your brain, but don't worry, it's cool because Elon Musk is doing it too.
Yeah, I can't disagree at all. There's
to me, I mean, who knows if they really did it or not? But they just the way they're propagating it's just so stupid. I'm like, okay, people believe the shit because they said it, and the news and media is pushing it. So yeah, they're tripping it. I mean, these are the stories that I talk about all the time that they just want to keep people busy in the rat wheel. You know, because if you look at what went on last week with Pakistan's former president, it's the same script they're running here.
I missed
You
that.
know, Imran,
I think I missed that too.
Imran Khan, former president, literally the same script. And it's all got to do with the Belt and Road, joining with China, and
Yeah.
basically he got convicted, and he's in jail. You know, the former prime minister of Pakistan. I mean, you know, Donald Trump used to call him his friend. It's like, I mean, they run the same game over there,
Man,
and people
yeah,
can't
exactly.
see it. You know,
Yeah.
And they did the
and
same thing with Israel with freaking what's
right,
it? Yep, and they did the same thing in Brazil with
yeah,
Bolsonaro. I mean, it's like that. They're running
Yeah,
the
I
same
know.
play, bro.
right. They run the
And
same
people
play.
still have faith in it.
And the thing
Man.
about it is, and also another thing is, before that, they missed. No one, you know, nobody. Everybody missed. Not everybody, but deliberately. Israel. They get. They went to the ICR.
Yeah, it's such a crock of shit.
And
Pomp and
you know they got.
circumstance.
Genocides. They, all these
Yeah.
nations said, no, it's genocide, man. Like it is
And,
what it is. And you don't
no,
see one U.S. news media anywhere to be found. What are they
exactly.
doing?
I know.
They're over here propagating the masses with Donald Trump and all this other nonsense, trash, garbage,
Yeah,
sports,
it's
entertainment,
Zio owned
Swifties,
media. Zio
Swift,
owned media. No doubt.
Swifties, and all this other crazy stuff. Meanwhile, the world is like, just like it's wild, man. They got America. Even so-called truthers are like, this is ridiculous, man. I mean,
Yeah.
nobody is even really and no one is really doing anything relevant but furthering the destruction of their own nation. That's it. That's all they're doing. Is
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you
the,
about that.
the border
Yeah.
the border crisis, right? The border
Oh
crisis.
gosh, yeah.
Everyone's talking about the border crisis. There is no border crisis.
It's a whole.
What I
big
mean by
stage.
there's no border crisis is it's not a crisis if it's being created. That ain't a crisis. They just believe it's a crisis. You know what's making it a crisis? Is so many people are coming here, right? But not the amount that they're saying. They couldn't even handle those numbers, and Will, we know that firsthand.
Election year. I think
Can't
that's a
handle
good way to say it.
the
Election year.
300,000 people come in December. You got to be completely illiterate and stupid to believe that crock
Yeah.
of shit, because they
So
can't handle that many.
it's so
They
funny
can't.
because Ben
They can't handle it.
Shapiro's literally standing in front of a solid wall saying our border is wide open.
Right.
Like,
It's
it makes
crazy.
like these people make no sense, bro.
There's not even a border, and they can't even put a border. I mean,
Did
literally,
you-
you cannot seal the country
Right.
off. That
Did-
is
did
like
you s-
against. I mean, all the things that the United States has even signed up for. But the American people are just so duped into believing these
Gullible,
news stories,
dumbed down.
man.
It's pathetic, man.
You
It's
know, I mean,
pathetic. It's
it's
sick
crazy.
too. Can I say one
It's
thing
really
real
crazy.
quick? There was videos like that came out about some guy was taking videos right on the border, and he showed the wire fence and stuff, barbed wire, whatever, and then the razor wire, and then he was going down like not even like less than a mile past that. He found openings in the whole freaking thing, and then there was gates that were wide open, and there was nobody manning anything. It was
Man, I was on the
nobody
border.
there.
I was on
And
the
then he
border.
went down even further. He saw another one that was open, and like nobody was there. And it's like,
I've been on that border for
I
2
don't know.
years, posting videos on that crap. You know,
Right. I guess I
showing
missed
the
those
buses bringing the people over here, talking to the border patrol. Your government is bringing them in, and it's being done, and people are making a lot of money off of it, and that's what's happening. And it further is tearing the country apart like they want it. Everything is going as planned. Nothing is different.
The thing is, we can actually seize upon this though, because during their little thing, there's like a window of hope. Like at the end of all these cool movies, where like, okay, if we can get their enemy shields down for 1 second, we can get just the perfect shot. But it all has to work out, right? So what's gonna happen is they're doing something that I agree with. They're destroying the country. Yay. They're destroying the police force. Yay. These are all like the worst things that the
By
government like the
design,
worst
yeah.
thing. But the only difference is they want to replace it with like us in pods, right? I want to replace it with us just ruling ourselves. So there's going to be a window, there's going to be an opening, and it's still important to try to wake up as many people as you can and at least mobilize the people that are already awake to do something nonviolent about this. But that's going to happen, and they're going to try to slip one in for the other, and that's going to be our opportunity there.
Yeah. I mean, if the people would just wake up and say, look, man, we don't, this is the thing that I heard in a so-called Aboriginal community. They're like, oh, these people are going back. Now, this is an Aboriginal community who knows a lot of, who's like, what truthers, right?
Down in Australia.
And they're like, yeah,
Wow.
they need to take their asses back. They need to go back. I mean, they just wait. They gonna be round up and they gonna be all put back. I'm like, okay, who's gonna do this? So wait, these Aboriginal people are banking on Donald Trump to come back and send them back. I mean, it blows my mind that the people the people that want the border sealed wants the government that's bringing in the people to seal it. That makes no sense. I mean, it's just, it doesn't even make any sense to me. How someone could put that thought in their mind that they want the government to seal the border and get all these people, these illegals out of here, right? But I mean, I don't know how they don't know that those are the same people bringing them in. It's mind blowing. So the border patrol that you want to seal the border, right, or the customs and borders, you want them to seal it and put them back. But do you know that those two agencies and another agency and private military contractors are bringing them in here? How's that going to work?
Yeah. How did they think all the how did they think the underage and legal age disposable human beings? How did they think that the war on drugs continues to the United States? I mean, they know damn well. Like, sure, yeah, there's parts of the border, as Bamboo astutely points out, where it's just wide open. But I
Right.
mean, bro, we have thermal heat-seeking drones, right? That can see when people are coming over. We have monitors. We have all this
You've
other stuff.
seen, you've seen it down there. It's because it's a business.
Yeah,
They're doing commerce, and
With the cartel too, of course. You
they're
know, they
doing
got to do
business.
biz with the cartel too.
That's
So
exactly what is going on. They're doing business. Their drugs has to
yeah,
come in. The other stuff that isn't theirs can't. That's what the war
exactly,
is on.
yeah.
exactly.
You know. And the same thing with this border. People think these
And a
are
lot of the
illegals, right? Let me just say this. These people are not illegals when they're coming here legally. How can they be illegals? This is what's going on. The people are coming, right? But then there's other factions that are also driving people up here, right? And flooding the border and also bringing them in so they don't get documented. You see what I'm saying? Those are the illegals, right? Those would be the illegals, the real illegals. See, the ones that are actually coming in, that they're showing you, they're telling you those people are illegal. They're not illegal because they're going through the legal process. You can't be illegal if you're coming here and going through the process. All of them get scooped up at the border, ran through all these facilities, get all their paperwork, and then they get shipped all around the country. They're not illegal. They're actually legally here pending the outcome of their immigration case. This is what people don't understand. They don't understand the law. People don't understand that this is a free nation. Like people don't realize the ones that are fighting for freedom and thinking that they're free and think they're a free American are actually calling for tyranny, and the actual tyranny is going to come upon them. That's what's really going to happen because they're literally showing the world right now, and these psychopathic leaders are showing the mentality of the American people. Think about it. It ain't gonna fall on them. And people are like, what is wrong with the American people? Wow, I mean, what is this? This is the land of the free. This is the freedom. They know the people in foreign countries know that most people in America came from foreign countries. I mean, when you talk to somebody from a foreign nation, they don't even understand what's going on here. Not because of, not because of, they're not here. They don't understand the mindset of an American. They don't understand, like, they know ancestors. They were taught, they already have all this knowledge about America and how it was formed and all that, because all their nations are way older than America. So they already know that's supposed to be the land of the free. And for them to view the Americans as saying close a border and they all need to get out of here and all this other crazy nonsense they've seen over the years, think of the picture that's painted. Like this is why, I mean, what do they call us? Dumb Americans. Simple.
What it says on the Statue of Liberty:
Yeah.
"Give me you're tired, you're poor, you're hungry." All that it says it right there. I'm a voluntarian, so I don't.
And what does America portray itself around the world? As a helper, a humanitarian, someone who builds countries and saves
Yeah.
people and stops wars and stops other
They're the
presidents
savior.
from killing its own people. Meanwhile, this nation's have killed more people than all the nations combined.
Exactly.
You see?
Yeah.
Team
I mean,
America,
it's
yo. That was the best. That was the best shit, man. They put it to
America. Oh, what a
America.
beautiful lie.
Yeah. Coming to get
America.
yeah.
Oh, what a
Yeah.
beautiful lie.
It's pretty crazy, man. Like that whole border patrol. I mean, that whole border nonsense. I mean,
And like, yeah, like I
but
said, just
we're headed
election
we're
year.
head
It's
we're headed for the
simple
split,
too.
man. Like people don't believe me. I've been saying this for a long time, man. We're headed for the split. United States is going to be split up, and people don't realize when the U.S. splits up, the U.S. Constitution ceases to exist in the way it exists right now today, which opens up the door for all-out
That's another
tyranny
thing.
among the states, and the states are more corrupt than anything. And you need, in most cases that are won from corruption and all this other stuff and fraud from government actors comes from the federal government investigating the state after all these violations. See, people don't understand that. You
I'll
know,
take
I
that
mean,
com-
who's
It's a
gonna
scary thought.
who's
but I
who
guess
who's
it
gonna
seems
who's
true.
gonna who's the state gonna be accountable to?
So I
This
had
is
this
what-
exact conversation today. I literally said, so this is what happens because here, well, I'm from Rhode Island, but here in Massachusetts, they were Massachusetts state troopers, and 3 of them got busted because they allegedly, so far, they just got like, I think, arraigned today or something. They were basically selling CDL, like taking bribes for CDL licenses. You know what I'm saying?
right,
And
right.
so, but what happens is
Be
then,
right back.
then the state police will look in. Okay, then the feds will look in. And yes, you're all right. The feds will come in and they'll clamp down. They do it on human trafficking. They do it on state police corruption. They do it on other stuff. But at the end of the day, the feds are also the ones responsible for the large level things. And there's nobody looking over the feds. And then when you do that, it's just like, oh, then, okay, if you get somebody looking over the feds, well, who's going to look over them? And unfortunately, we the people, we haven't looked over anybody in a really long time. And because we've delegated the power to these fools, they're unaccountable. No matter how many times you go up the ladder, they're still unaccountable. And yeah, the feds do some good shit, but at the end of the day, they're still unaccountable. And the feds are the ones responsible for a lot of trifling ass shit too. So
Exactly.
we
You
can't.
but you see where they're headed with it. You know, I mean, what's left of this nation, the U.S. Constitution does stand in the way of a lot of tyranny, right? From what's left of it.
Yeah.
Once this split comes, you can kiss. You know, you're going to have a federal territory and a state territory. They've been told us that with the Real ID Act. That's the only reason the Real ID is coming out, and it's gonna involve digital ID. See, all this is gonna be in play, and people don't see it. And when it comes, it's gonna be the shock of their life. You know, I mean, it just is what it is. It can happen overnight to where the states are no longer a part of this union. You know,
Yeah.
it's got to be some type of process. Of course, there's a
Oh,
lot
but
of states. There's a lot of states that are signed up to be separated from the federal government right as we speak. You can just go look up the coalition, the U.S. coalition. I mean, this is really real. And of course, the governors, you know, they're playing the game too. They're probably behind it all, but they're going for the split. It is happening, and you can see through the
Doing
way
what
they're
works for
talking
years.
that it is going to happen. You know,
Do you-
we're still under. When you take the layers of law, this all stuff is still in play right now. You know, like the original 12, they say 13, but it's actually 12 states. You know, they say the 13 colonies. No, it's actually 12 colonies, right? The one don't count because that's the original. That'll be Pennsylvania. See, this is the stuff they don't tell you. It's all contracts, you know, and it's contracts, treaties, unions, you know, and everything under the sun. And under those layers goes back to the, you know, Spain, France, Britain,
All those legal loophole
you know. So
languages.
and
language of
those
contracts.
the countries aren't involved. It's actual church and societies. The name that I'm looking for right now, the legal name is slipping me right now, but it's through these churches. You know, you
Rexy,
got the Royal Church of England. You know, that's one of them. And you know, and this is why you know, we're still under rulers. So
did you hear that they're not making rulers any longer?
that's a
I
good
think you
one.
got somebody backstage, man. Do you think
Oh,
And
let me check it out.
do you think that what do you think it's going to look like when the split occurs? Do you think when the split occurs it's going to look like something? What's up, Erie County? What's up,
Hey,
buddy?
Erie
What's up,
County,
man? What's
cheers.
up?
Nice to meet you, man.
What's
Cheers.
up? What's up, auditing Erie County? Shout out to you for joining. My
Cheers
neighbor.
and blessings.
my
I met
neighbor.
you in Rochester and at the state fair once.
Yeah.
I've been to Rochester once.
I
My
heard
dad's
that
from
It
was
lit.
born in Rochester, actually.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Damn.
Yeah.
But I'm in
Yeah,
California.
but
Cheers,
thanks for
Erie.
joining. We're just you know, just open mic, just talking about whatever, you know.
I
So
want to ask
Oh,
you,
yeah.
right, the Matrix, before we switch gears, what do you see this looking like? Do you think it's going to be like, do you think this is going to be something like the COVID at first, where there would be some states that at least feign freedom and say it'll be like Texas,
these
Montana?
are the two. These are the two things that I believe that's happening. Is the one is going to be a simultaneous attack involving the open borders, but it's going to happen in so many different states simultaneously that it causes a lockdown. That'll be 2.0 COVID, where the American people will be scared out of their mind, not us, because we know what's going on, but will be scared out of their mind because we had another 9/11 style terror attack, but it happened in about 12 cities all across the nation. And all the people involved, because they're going to have, non-vaporizing, paperwork, whether it's driver's license, passports, you know, and
Never heard it put that way.
what they're gonna do is every face that they plaster on the news is gonna be a Muslim, an Arab, a Jew, a black person that sympathizes with Palestine, a white guy, yeah, a liberal, a LGBT. It's gonna be every single walk of life. Therefore, they can scare you so everybody could be surveilling everybody. And guess what? The state is now locked down. I mean, the country is now locked down, and we have to go into like COVID-like protocols. And look, everybody be okay. We did this during COVID. Then you got
Can I
your
say one real
then you
quick
got
thing?
your hold on one more. Then you got your digital ID in place. You got your borders locked down, right? You got your transportation locked down. And when they bring things back up, now anywhere you go, you got to be checked because a terrorist might be hiding behind a stop sign, a garbage can, a pole, and everything in between. Now you got to be careful because they were promoting all this stuff on every social media platform. Up now we got to monitor, censor. No more conspiracy theorist talk because this guy was a conspiracy theorist. That guy over there was this, getting his information from this guy on the internet. I mean, they've been playing this shit for a long time, man. And I saw buses that I could never find a soul on down at that Texas border. The only thing I always saw on it was 3 armed guards with AR-15s, and they would be having coffee. And I would always be like, what's going on? And they would say, oh, and they would never want to talk to me. And,
Right.
I documented the white buses with, the women and
Non-disclosures.
children and shit like that coming through the border. But the blue buses that were like a prison bus, I'd never seen, but I would see them probably 10 a day, always empty. So they brought people here. Who? I have no clue. Why? I think it's for whatever's to come because
Right.
you remember when they killed Soleimani. That was one of the biggest cover-ups that Donald Trump was involved in, and whatever deal they made, we still ain't see it yet, but it's coming.
Oh shit.
Mhm.
So I don't mean to scare anybody and shit, but this gonna happen, man.
Yeah, it's been in the works for a while. I think it's been part of the soundtrack for
Because
many
I'll
years,
give you,
especially with our
I'll give you one
ears
more.
and eyes.
I'll give you one more because I know you guys ever heard of predator poachers,
Yeah.
right? Predator
I don't
poachers,
think
right?
so.
They totally removed them off of YouTube. Like I don't know where any of them are at, right?
Real quick, yeah, right, the Matrix. I'll say your point for you. So myself, I did quite a few.
No, hold on. Let me just finish. And I already know because you did it before. I remember. But check it out. They removed them all off the internet.
Yep.
But before that, they were catching some high profile people. They were catching high profile people. But the
What's
one
up,
that
Steph?
struck me the hardest was they caught some guy from the Middle East. He didn't know nobody. He didn't know what he was. He didn't act like he didn't know English. But the dude was already pretending to be some kind of little boy, and he met up with the guy. And this dude, he did not care. He was laughing, and then he started speaking in his language.
Oh, I think you posted a video, didn't you?
And
of that?
somebody from the chat was like, "Yo, he's from I think it was Yemen, one of those countries." And he was laughing. He said to the dude, he said, He said, "You Americans just don't know what you got coming."
Oh
He's like, "What the fuck you talking
Right,
about?
right, right.
You was just trying to meet a
Yeah.
14-year-old boy, you nasty." It was the one Puerto Rican dude who be, who's real animated. I forgot his name. But he caught a lot. He caught a police chief. He caught a lot of people. But that right there, that right there, I'm like, what is he? That really caught my attention. Like, what is this dude talking about? And the cops came, and they didn't arrest the dude. Like everybody else said, this guy, and he did a follow up on it, and they never arrested the dude. So this, I'm telling you, these people are already here, man. They got the green light, you know. So go ahead, Will.
No, yeah, I was. You said it even better than I was gonna say.
I just want to say one thing though, real quick though. Do you remember when I think it's Bill Cooper? I think I've heard it many times that he said eventually they would stage like a fake alien invasion. So I mean, maybe he was giving a hint. It wasn't going to be necessarily from the skies, right?
Well, check
I
this
don't know.
out.
It's funny just to say that.
I didn't check this out. I didn't upload the video yet, but Trump was in Vegas. Did a rally in Vegas the other day, and he said exactly what I just said. He said the borders are open. They're letting him in. He said it's not if there's going to be a terror. He said there's one. He said 100% there's going to be a terror attack. I gotta upload the video.
Oh yeah,
He said 100%. So
good catch.
think about that. He said 100% there's going to be a terrorist attack. He said from these open borders.
Right? Yeah, that's yeah. He probably.
I'm like,
did say it,
whoa.
but it's
I'm like, wait a minute. This dude just said that. I'm like, wow.
And it's like
Okay.
people get so subliminally like hypnotized by this bullshit, the sheep, and they're hearing people make a speech, and like they'll just hear those words, and it won't even mean anything to them. But if you play it back for people that can actually hear and see maybe a little bit on a deeper level, yeah, you'll catch it, and like yeah.
Right, man. He was talking digital ID, all that stuff. I'll have digital ID at the border, and we'll seal that border up. I'm like, this guy. I was there. His last public appearance was in Far, Texas, at the border. And guess what? There was mad media there, but guess where they were all from? Mexico, Panama, Guatemala, all Costa Rica. I'm like, wait, there was no MSNBC, none of that. So what is he? What kind of message he sending? And I don't know. He went there when I was living in South Texas. He went there 3 times in a short span. That's right there is letting me know that because he did that, he actually set that off. And if you actually look at the things that he signed with the Mexico trade deal, look at the over 300 pages of what it says about. And then he came back here in America talking about, yes, we're going to support the farmers and, we're going to give back to the farmers. And I got this going. The deal is getting people in here to work for the farm because they've only been doing that since God knows before I was even born anyway. So, if people got to stop being a conspiracy theorist sometime and actually go look at because everything's done on paper. Go look at what's done on paper. Go look at the COVID relief bills. It's so many pages, nobody reads through it. I don't read through the whole thing, but there's things in there that I'm like, wait a minute. This is how they doing this. This is how they're doing that. And then months later, like Kathy Hochul, she comes on the TV talking about, oh yeah, we can't do this over here no more because we ran out of COVID relief money. I'm like, did you announce that shit when you were getting the COVID relief money? I didn't even know it was going to that shit. Sure enough, you go look in the bills with all the paperwork, the PDFs. Damn, it was right in there. We missed that one, So, I mean, people look at the trade deal with Mexico, what it entails, what it involves. You'll be like, well, this is what they're doing right here. They got workers. I mean, it's that simple, guys. All this conspiracy shit and they're doing this up, man. Just start looking at from a business legal standpoint. You know exactly what they're doing. Just like when something happens in the Middle East, the last thing that happened was with the prime minister who's found guilty, running the same script as they are over here. And that's another thing that might happen is Donald Trump might win the vote, but go to prison. Oh my God, this country will be upside down because that's what happened in Pakistan. And what has Pakistan got to do? It's the Belt and Road Initiative again.
Right.
Everything that you're seeing is all this
And
this
then
formation of this new commerce, the new Silk Road. That's all they're doing.
real
Everything
quick,
that you're seeing.
Back.
just with like Pakistan, you got to factor in India because that's a designed battle, and it's they hate each other, and they're always constantly battling. So India and Pakistan too. So
Well,
either or. When you talk about
Pakistan,
India, you got to factor in Pakistan, or I think when you talk about
well,
Pakistan,
you got to understand,
factor in India,
Pakistan,
yeah.
Pakistan and India got billions of people. So that is China's
So
hub.
much.
So,
yeah.
so if it's China's hub, who's going to disrupt it? The United States. And what Imran Khan was convicted of was trade secrets, right?
Mm.
Because he said too much about something, and guess who he was talking about? America. So wait a minute, this guy's going to prison for something he said about America? How does this even make any sense? You know what it's about. It's what's going on, guys.
I always thought like India might be, if China somehow, if it did fracture even further with the U.S.-China relations in terms of trade and all that, which I think is mostly just a big old lie because both countries actually rely on each other big time, and they don't need to disrupt that. I mean, there's many arguments otherwise for that, but I think there's always India too. U.S. India very very close, and also India is very close with all the what's going on in the Middle East right now with that certain special little country that is the vampire of our
Well, India's
our
already
country.
India's already signed on with the Belt
Big
Road.
old cucks.
So,
Yeah. In that sense,
they're already signed on. So, I mean, it's about to. I mean, when they make real moves, like when
It's
they put that commerce into motion, that's when you're gonna see bombs start falling. I mean, it just is what it is, because they're going. I mean, the thing is, what is the shit? You can still hear me?
Yeah.
What's gonna happen?
Yeah.
And again, it could all be orchestrated, or it could all be something's not going as planned. But either way, the United States and the dollar, this is a wrap for that.
Yeah, no, they're trying to hide that so bad, but most people have no idea. Like, what? The dollar's losing value?
And this another thing is people don't understand. People know all this stuff about United States as a corporation. It's a business. We've been sold out, our birth certificates, all that stuff. You got to understand, some nation has claim to property. If we're property, some nation has a claim to its property. And we got birth certificates, unfortunately, right? So think of all the illegals coming in. They ain't got no goddamn birth certificate. Think about this. If something happens with the dollar, now countries collecting assets. If that means, well, these people are, hey, they're expendable. Think about the vaccine and all this other stuff, man. You got to start thinking about this stuff, why they did what they did. Could it be, well, shit, man, we got to get rid of some people. Think about it. They got to pay back. When you die, they get paid. When you die, they get paid. I mean, that should be common knowledge. When you die, when you give that death certificate, they take that death certificate and they go get paid. You never know about it because they've been using your straw man since you've been born, because they've been using your parents' straw man. So people don't look at this kind of things. I mean, Bush, he signed some scary shit into play. I forgot exactly what it's called, but it's basically was like a liquidation of the United States and its assets. That's why a lot of these big corporations hightailed it up out of here. They moved a lot of shit to Mexico. They were like, well, we'll move it to Mexico. They're like, oh, we'll move this over here. There's nothing made in America. People think there is, but there's nothing made here. Zero. Nothing. People always tell me, "Oh, this is made here." No, it's not. They put their labels on it. They don't make it here. You know, there is some stuff made here, but nothing to keep this nation even remotely moving at all. You know. So I mean, people got to look at this stuff, man. Property, it's all held in titles. You know,
That's the bullshit
somebody
thing,
got
yeah.
somebody owns it.
People spend their whole lives paying off and the mortgage, and they own it, but they still have to be.
You never own. You
those
can't
property
own.
taxes.
You cannot own property in a king's courtship. You can't.
Can't
That's
own
why.
U.S.
That's why there's deeds.
Man.
You
You
can't
know,
own
That's one
in
thing.
the U.S. Even in Texas, under a allodial title, you still can't own any property in the United States. I just wanted to briefly say, Mr. Erie County, I'm extending you an honorary doctorate degree from Fake Mike University, so you can now call yourself Dr. Erie County. What's your take on all this?
man.
Wow,
Erie
that's,
County.
are you serious?
Can I
he's
be a
the man.
professor at Erie County?
Doctor,
Way to go!
The hell is that?
That's the audience. What do you mean who's that?
Oh,
You got. That's
he has
a
the
big
audience
thing,
that follows
dude.
him around everywhere.
I had it ready.
He's a big celebrity, and he's got an audience that follows him around everywhere. Which is
I
Of
just
course.
gotta. I just gotta say, man. Out of all the, all the auditing channels, man, like,
Big up.
you definitely,
Thank
is in my book one of the number one, because you are actually out there. You follow up. You also go to you'd go where the people don't even go, to their own damn public meetings and ask questions and catch them doing all kinds of wild, crazy shit. I mean, honestly, it's mind blowing.
Well,
But
thank
it's,
you
Yeah,
so much.
and that's
1,500
real.
subscribers away from 100,000, baby. I'm excited.
Wow. Can you put your
That's-
link in the
that's-
chat?
That's
please?
what's up,
If
man.
you get
Just-
a chance or
hey,
somebody.
Let me give you some advice. Just
Thank
don't
you.
stick around. Just don't stick around these corners for a while, because you'll get caught up in the damn algorithm.
around these streets, man. Oh, shit.
You're in a dark alley right now, man.
Shit. But no, for real though. Seriously though. Yeah, you do the work you do is like, it's crazy.
Detroit Pistons of internet right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
Oh,
doing
the
here.
bad boys.
but I'm gonna
alright.
shut up, man. You guys go ahead.
No, I want to know what's up with Erie County because I've been talking.
Yeah, me too. I'll shut up.
Just finishing up some editing on a video. I seen you guys up here. I seen a link. I was like, I'd join them.
Can't beat us, John.
This country's a scary place to these people who think that freedom is free and that they think they are free. They're nuts.
Exactly.
Yep, that's so.
Exactly, man.
That's how they were taught, though, too. It's just sad. Yep, but I agree.
And unfortunately, when you look into it, it really pisses you off, man, on how deep and how much layers they stuck upon us, man. It's really bad, man. It's really bad.
Like I said,
Bad, sad, yeah.
I thought we could work our way out of this and restore some semblance of freedom, but when there's multiple channels doing videos about us, we're the worst people in the world, and not the people that are trying to microchip you or drone striking innocent people or trafficking humans. There's playlists about us, but that just goes to show you, man, we're not.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Because trust me, I'm a
bad, man.
douchebag. I'm a douchebag, but trust me, I'm not.
The programming is real, man, and I move around a lot, I travel a lot, and the stuff I see, man, it's worse.
It's everywhere.
It gets 10 times worse each time. I'm like, man, I can't believe it.
I see it every day. Dealing with a lot of
mind-blowing,
different
man.
random customers. It's just people, where is the humanity, man? It's so low. Sometimes it's funny. You can't help but laugh at it, We can't forget to laugh. But also at the same time, it's pretty sad and pathetic, man, It is.
Yeah. I mean, I just had it out in the Monroe County building. Now you can't go through the front door. It says exit only, and then when you go in the back door, now all of a sudden they got a damn metal detector up there And I gotta upload the video. It's pretty funny. It's like, wait a minute, what is
Yeah,
this?
it's
Like, I'm not.
retarded.
There's
Dude.
no signs. I mean,
What do they do with the
nothing.
metal detector? They stop you from going in with a camera at all? I'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah, they no, not a camera. They stop you from going in, and now you got to be searched and all this other stuff. I said, man, I'm not. There's no signs. There's no nothing. So I'm like, I'm not doing this. What do you mean? I just was here last week. When did you guys do? I mean, a couple weeks ago. When did you guys do this? Oh, we did it 3 weeks ago. I'm like, man, I'm not doing that. I said, call your supervisor. He's like, no, I'm not calling nothing. He started putting his gloves on. This is Securitas. I'm like, what are you gonna do with the gloves?
The
And
hell?
I'm like, you show me where I gotta be subject to a search. Where's the signs? Right there. I'm like, that sign says we already know you can't have a firearm, explosives, or any other nonsense. I said, where does it say I'll be subject to search? And if I reject, I can't come in the building or be ejected from the building. Where does it say that? Show me it. He's like, that's what I was taught. I said, and I'm going in. He's like, no. I walk right past it, and then he's like, hey, no, you come here. I was like, all right, call somebody else, man. I'm done with you. And he calls. Here comes the sheriff. He comes down. He's like, what's going on? I'm like, what's this? He's like, well, you gotta. I'm like, I don't gotta do that. Who says? Where? It's sign up outside. Where? He points me to a sign. It's the same sign. I said, where does this? And he was real cool, older sheriff. And I was like, where's the sign? I was like, you show me a sign, different story. Nothing here says I'm subject to a
Anybody
search.
make a sign. It has to be a sign that.
Right.
But yeah, I
So,
get what you're
so
saying.
he said,
You're right.
so the one guy said, well, you don't want to corrupt. Why are you being so difficult? I said, the reason why I'm being difficult is because this is what you guys do. And then people accept it, and then it leads to something else and then something else. I said, no, I'm going in here, man. And he said, wait, hold on. And then the one sheriff said, you know what? Where you got to go? You got business there? I said, yeah, man, I'm coming here to get some shit notarized. And then he said, all right, man, just go ahead. I walked right past the security guard, and I shouldn't have gave him my middle finger, but I did. And yeah, man, that's the shit they're doing over there now.
Sometimes you can't help it, man. You know.
The
There's
damn
not many.
county.
I've been to I think 38 counties in New York State. I could put a less than the number on my one hand that don't have metal detectors to go in, and I'm surprised that Rochester doesn't have it sooner. To be honest,
Yeah, to be honest, that's the same thing I said. I said, you know what? This building was built in 1850 and then added on in 1890. It's never had a metal detector. And now, in 2024, they put a metal detector up there. I'm like,
That's
wow.
a violation of our rights.
Yeah. I mean, it is.
Violation of our rights, not even just against the Fourth Amendment, but our Second Amendment. Like, we should be able to carry any weapon we want to the courtroom.
Yeah. I mean, that's where you go get the pistol permit, ironically. Ain't that crazy? The place you go get the pistol permit, you can't bring a firearm in the building.
Actually, peep this, right? Peep this shit that I put on Facebook the other day, right? This perfectly, like, this is what we live under right here. Okay. All right, yeah. It's a meme, and you've got Thomas Jefferson surrounding by some of our founding fathers, and it's got the bubble saying, freedom is when you get to ask the state for permission or a license to live how you want. You'll often get turned down, but at least you can ask. In other countries, you don't always get to ask. That's freedom. That's what we live under right now. We have no freedoms. Like, we have to ask the government for permission to something that's a natural right over and over and over again. Can I build a shed on my lawn? Can I defend myself? Crazy.
Can I take water from the sky?
Oh my God.
You know.
Yeah,
know,
and all that
Fuck.
comes from compliance and just not saying and acquiescence. Compliance and acquiescence, that's where that comes from. Because if you don't say anything, guess what? It's gonna be illegal.
They're gonna
And,
keep pushing. They're gonna keep pushing. Yeah.
Right. So I tell people there's legal and there's lawful. They're not the same. Just because it's legal doesn't mean it's lawful. Now, illegal, right? Illegal. Everything that is illegal, guess what it is? It's actually the other way around. It was actually legal, but they put the word ill on it because the intent that they think you may have may be ill, so it's not legal anymore. But guess what? It's still lawful under the Constitution and common man's law, unearth all the code, statute, rules, and regulations. That's how they got us. A lot of people don't know these words. The illegal. Oh, it's illegal to carry a fire. It's illegal to fish. What are you talking about? How is it illegal? The word illegal just means not authorized by law. See what I'm saying? It means unlawful, contrary to law. Sometimes the term means merely that which lacks authority of or proper support from law, but more frequently it imports a violation. It literally, illegal does not mean wrong. See, people think when something's illegal it means wrong, but it does not at all. They just say it's illegal. That means it's not wrong. If you're fishing without a license, that isn't wrong. But because people say, oh, it's illegal to this, it's illegal to have a firearm, it's legal to have a knife. But is it wrong? See, this is how they got us. And they even say in the word, legal definition of illegal says by law. Law actually supports the illegal thing that they're saying it's illegal to be lawful. And it's really that. There's actually case law on the word illegal. You could look this shit up, man. It'll blow your mind. You think a lawyer is going to tell you that? Hell no. This is why the number one thing when we woke up we should have learned is goddamn the law. Because if we would have learned this shit 10 years ago, maybe would we be somewhere? Maybe some of this stuff would be turned around. Then maybe we could really redress our grievances because I've broken the legal definition of that down in videos, but they taught us to go out with signs and protest, yell and scream when redress with a real protest is the right to peacefully assemble, right? In a foyer or building, right? And then when you peacefully assemble, you protest, right? You redress grievances, right? And you do all that with paperwork, not your screaming ass, yelling voice or a goddamn sign. No, and like all these things, like people try to get me to go to board meetings. I said, you guys got paperwork? Huh? I'm not going to a board meeting because every board meeting, every legislator meeting, every city council meeting, at the end, they talk legal jargon or during it, and nobody picks it up. They said, we're going to sign this motion or this, that, and this thing, da 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 da, boom, or some other slick legal word. And they're doing it right in front of your face. This is why nothing gets done. You come voice your minute, they give you 2 to 3 minutes, and then they cut you off or kick you out or whatever. Because they know what they're doing. Your voice is irrelevant without a piece of paper. If people came with legal documents to put a stop to whatever motion you can freedom information them, whatever motions, they have to have a meeting to let the public know.
Babylon illusion.
It is, and it's attached with a legal document. You can find that out before the whole meeting, and that's how you fight this stuff. But no lawyer is going to tell you that. They're definitely not going to tell you that. But next time you see a board meeting or anything like that, city council, anything, listen to them talk about a motion, some type of document, all in favor of yay and nay. They're signing documents. They're pushing shit forward. And then here, 100 people was against it, but they passed it anyway. Because not one person had a answer to their motion. It's a game they're playing. And you try to tell this to somebody like, oh, no, this is just not. It's like talking to a fucking wall. I'm like, oh my fucking God. Oh, yeah, man, it's just crazy. But this is how, if we would have learned the law, things would not be the way they are. Because when you do know the law, they start having an answer for this stuff. And a redress of grievance is paying somebody what's due to them for infringing or trespassing upon their rights. It's that simple. If they got unjust laws, like LGBTQ, LMNOP got all these rights, how you think they got the rights? They knew what to do. How do you think Black Lives Matter ravaged the whole nation? Because they had paper where it needed to be. They literally occupied Seattle. They occupied the land, and the government had to go take them through an emergency hearing to get the land back from them. And they could have still fought it, but Kashami Sawant and all her handlers, right, with all the big money, right? That was the only plan, was to do it for a little bit of time, and we're gonna step off. But this is how they do it. This is how they can go in and how they just took over a whole block, or they just occupied it. You know, remember when they occupied the Wall Street crap? That's what they did. Now you can't move them with police. Remember the military and the
I
National
got caught up in
Guard.
that.
Remember the military and National Guard went to Seattle, and then they had to walk away. Man,
I
they
think
was
so,
showed
yeah.
that paperwork, and they had to get up out of there. Police
During
couldn't do
during
anything.
like the WTO negotiations back in like '99 or something when it first
Yeah,
started.
like
that.
nobody
That was
could
big.
do nothing because they stated that they were only going to stay there a certain amount of time, and that's exactly what they did. I mean, this stuff is wild, man. It really is, man. It truly is wild, man.
Yeah,
But that the whole
is.
game is everything you see that happens to us and happens in our reality, even war. It's all done with a contract. There's not nothing that's done out of contract. Now,
It's definitely on paper.
now
for
it
sure.
could be a breach of contract like the United States does when it drops bombs all the time. It's like, wait a minute, whoa, this is, this is a what do they call it? I forgot the legal word they call it. When you hear the word session, when you hear something's in session, no, it's not with an S, it's with a C. Look up session and CECE. It'll blow your mind, man, because this is what they have been doing to us and communities and people for a very long time, man. Once you start learning all this legal stuff, you start looking at it, you're like, wait a minute. He's like, what? You're like, this is how they're doing this shit, you know? So, yeah, man, one thing we should have learned is that, man. Like, like with the whole Mr. 19 stuff, knowing the law, they can't touch, they wasn't doing none of that crap. Not here. I got a couple things changed in Rochester. One at the county building, and the other one at the Hall of Justice, the Monroe County, the courts. You remember that? I even post a video on here. I don't get no views because they always get deleted, or I'm censored, and it doesn't show up in the feeds. But I literally showed it. Showed exactly how I showed exactly how I did it. They have everything is on. Look at the paperwork. That's all I tell people. Give me the paperwork. Let me see. When they had the COVID restrictions at the courthouse, they done lifted the restrictions, and they got to wear a mask. No, I don't. Show me the paperwork. Right there. No, and he denied me. Lennon, two phone calls. Next day, I get an email before they even got the damn email. When I went to the courtroom to do a follow-up, he was like, Reap is his name. Still talks to me to this day. He was like, man, you're right. I have to give it to you. He's like, whatever you did, man, thank you. And all I did was looked at the paperwork, and he said it. Well, what they were doing was they had lawyers. The one lawyer was in Texas. The other one was in goddamn Carolina. And these were the head health directors
North Carolina.
They were the head health directors. They were the head health directors of Monroe County, whatever, the restriction. Then under them, they had the two county officials of the health department, but it didn't come, the signatures was from these two lawyers out of state. Has no effect. It's not valid. It did not come from anything within this county. They set up a bullcrap office and said it came from this office. I'm like, what? Man, they got rid of that shit so quick, man. But that's just because you can read. Everything's always going to be on the paperwork. From any document you get in life, it's going to be right in front of you. And that's what we should learn. And I've learned a lot of us would be in better shape, better positions. We we would know what our own governments are trying to do to us. We'd be knowing where to look, you know. So,
No doubt.
you know, it's crazy, man. You know, but yeah, I try to stress that to people a lot, man. Just start studying the law, learning the law, and all it is when you see something, just start looking for look for it on paper, you know. And that's how I did a lot of research over the years. Is I see a news story, shit, I want to go. All right, what are they talking about? I want to look it up on paper. Let's see who they're talking about. Okay, what are they talking about in this part of the world? You know, what does this mean? And you know, and you start finding it, and then you start connecting the dots, man. You know. But all it is just knowing. You know now. Nobody can come tell you that you're wrong or that's not right. When you can say it's right here. Here you go.
Indeed.
You know, sometimes I talk all this shit. It comes out like, man, that motherfucker talking shit, because I just put it in an easy way to go looking for yourself. Look for it for yourself. Because if I show you, it's gonna be like they'll be like, oh, my bad. I'm sorry. You're right. I stand corrected.
That the sacrifice is, though, it does take time and effort, but like you put that in and you can verify it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Paper
it's just
documents,
this thing,
paper
it's
trails,
just,
man, they don't
yeah, this goes down to parking tickets, traffic tickets, fines, all this stuff, man.
candy
You
in the
know,
house. Cheers.
yeah, and our own government, they know what they're doing. You know, there's a reason why there's parking tickets $50, because who gonna fight $50 ticket? Everybody's gonna pay it. They know not to make things too much, and they know not to make things too little. They gotta make money.
Dude,
So if they
man.
make too much, people will get upset. They're not going to pay. They know. Let's bring it down to where people can, even the brokest person can afford it. We'll take their car over $50, but hey, they can pay us $125 in towing fees, and they can get it out, or they can pay the $50 ticket. Well,
I
you
took
could also, right,
$100 parking ticket to trial the other day.
Oh, you did
Hour
tell
and
me
a
about
half
that, man.
trial for
Because
a
like,
$100
I,
parking ticket.
you're
Not
speaking
guilty,
of parking tickets.
motherfucker.
right, is exactly what I'm saying. When you
Man, I should have
know,
fucking did that
see,
because I have recent
a
stories
person
about
like
that.
us
Fuck.
and me, I'm gonna do it just because because I don't. I would, if it was 99 cents, I'll just do it. Even if it was free, you know, they say even if it was free, I would literally go through the whole process just to say, no, what y'all doing is some bullshit. How the hell we paying taxes and we paying for roads? You say, I know it's not true, but then we gotta pay for these stupid ass parking
Man,
tickets. Like,
well,
what
I
is
feel like
this?
an idiot because, like, can I tell you my parking ticket story, which is not long, but recently somehow it, like, cropped up.
Well, let me give
Like,
you a jewel. This is universal, right? With a
oh,
parking ticket, right? You get a parking ticket. This not nothing to do with DMV, okay? So who is it to deal with? Well, I'm in Rochester. It's the Rochester Traffic Violations Bureau. Guess what? They're not attached to. They're not attached to the DMV. So what am I paying? Who did I damage? Okay, if I had a license and I was
right.
driving, okay, I got pulled over. They say I damaged the state because I didn't abide by the privilege. I get that. Okay, but what about a parking ticket? I don't have no contract with the city. My car's registered to what? It would be New York State. I got a New York State driver's license. What does a parking ticket
Right.
got to do with it? There is nothing. They have to dismiss it. There's nothing stating you got to pay a parking ticket but ignorance. That's it.
Matter of fact, really quick before Bamboo Soldier takes a
Oh,
stab
that's
at
all
it,
right. Yeah.
Anybody that hasn't, go take a look at Top Shelf Anarchy, aka Val Venus from WWE. He's got a great series of videos where he gets the court transcripts, his audio, and he
Oh
basically,
yeah, I've seen that.
incredible video. He's like, okay, well, what is it? How did I sign? He basically tries to get them to. He said, look, I'm not saying I don't agree with this. I'm just curious where I signed up to be a part of this whole thing, like that. You know what I'm saying?
He's stooge. I know he's three stooging them, and that's the key is
Man, yeah.
play 100% stupid and ask childish questions that make sense, and watch what happens. That's all you got to do, and that's what the Val was doing. He was just, yeah, I mean, just tell me and go ahead, Will.
And they were like, well, oh, when you signed up for a license, he was,
Yeah,
But then he was like, okay, so if I didn't have a license and I blew through a stop sign, would that person not pull me over? No, okay, so it can't be that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's epic. Go check out Val Venus' channel. It's
Yeah.
called Top Shelf Anarchy. Top Shelf Anarchy. Top Shelf Anarchy. Amazing, amazing superstar, and he didn't give up. He's still kicking ass out there right now. So go check out Val. Let him know that
Yeah.
the fake Almighty.
Right.
Can you put the
Because
link in chat?
I mean, I've been through all that, you know,
Thanks.
driving. What I done been through all that license shit. Yes, it's right, but the key is, as you know, Will, do you want to go through the road pirating? That's the issue. So my advice is just get a fucking license, because guess what? You can do more fighting with a license than without one. Plain
Yep.
and simple. You know, because you get pulled over.
Doesn't hurt.
We don't have time to be going to jail, driving without a goddamn license, getting hemmed up, getting put in jail. If they running some kind of vaccine shit, you might get stuck while you're in goddamn jail. No,
Yeah.
man, it's not
True.
worth
I
it no
never
more.
thought about that. That's so true, bro.
That's
And I bet-
all I was thinking about, man. I'm like, yo, no way. I was like, this ain't it. Get a license and fight it the license way. That's it. You could do all this stuff with a license. Believe me, you can do it all. Because I done did all that. And I'm like, yeah, it works. You can do it. You get let go. Yes, you can get them all dismissed, but you got to go through a lot of shit. And they know this. That's why they take you through a lot of shit. They like, fuck it. We're going to take them to jail. We're going to go through all the process. Hey, it ain't our money. If we get a lawsuit, we'll pay for it. But guess what? We're going to come down hard. They've been told to come down hard on people. And they've been doing this with the auditing community too. When people get jammed up, they try to take them through the whole goddamn ringer, drain them out, because they've been told from the higher ups, look, we got to crack down. Too many people are doing this. We're looking weak. And, you know, I mean, you got to be careful out here with these people, man. Some people, they don't bother, you know, but other people, they, you know, they're gonna try you, you know. So it's just wild, man. But this is what we living under. It's crazy. We got to talk like this. That's why I
Yeah.
told you. The day I walked to Mexico, I felt freedom. When I came back, I didn't feel it anymore. You know?
I was just
So-
gonna say, like, it's all BS. Like, so I never get parking tickets, but like out of the blue, I got one. I usually go to this place, and there's always parking spaces open. You know, it's right around downtown, and but I go in there and like it's usually only like 10-15 minutes. Never any problems, you know, because it's like usually many spots open and stuff. But like, dude decided to give me a ticket, you know, out of the blue. Caught me off guard. I was only there for like maybe 10 minutes, like I said, and like I think it was like the next day or the day after, the same parking attendant bro in those three-wheel little carts they drive around, you know, meter maids, whatever you want to call them. But like on the other side of town too. I went to go get a burrito, like I used to do, just in a loading zone, you know. I wish I knew more of the language on that, because I would totally contest it, you know. So that's what you're talking about. A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And like I appreciate the knowledge, but I gotta.
Always plead not
Wish
guilty.
I knew more about that.
Always,
But, like,
I mean, not plead not guilty. Always go to court. You know, I mean, there's a
Yeah.
key to it. You know, you turn that around within 72 hours. I mean, send it to all the right places. Really, what you're supposed to do is certified affidavit all the way from the attorney general to every rank, all the way down under him till it gets to
Right,
the actual
right.
parking, till it
Exactly,
gets to the
'cause-
actual parking meeting guy. And
Because that
believe me,
language has the
they-
truth, and
yeah,
they need to go. They need to abide by it, and like I just, you know it well, and like but he got me again, like, and I was literally getting a burrito. It was only like 7 minutes, and somehow he swooped out, whatever. And this is the other side of town too, so it's like, yo, what are you doing, stalking me? So like I caught him like putting it on my windshield, you know, the ticket, and I just had to say something, you know. I just had to say that he was a blah 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 blah, you know, but.
yeah,
Bullshit. He was just
yeah, that's how we cracked the code with
bullshit. It never used to happen at all. But like they were.
That's how we cracked the code with the red
This
light
is
cameras in Rochester. That's how we cracked the code. That's where I learned it all. Is from the red light
Right.
cameras. when they had the red light cameras in Rochester, a lawyer, he went ape shit. He got some tickets, and he really and I read all the transcripts he had online, everything, and I learned it, and I'm like, holy shit. And then I started helping a lot of people out for free. I don't want no. You got a ticket? I want to just do this. And they ended their contract earlier because of figuring it out. Because you can't, if you go to court, you cannot. A red light camera is not a witness. Plus, they had double laws, meaning how are you going to have a $50 fine for a traffic ticket? But if you were driving and ran a red light, an officer was to pull you over. That's a totally different code. You can't have two for the same. No, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Man, we got so many. I got so many tickets dismissed. Man, it was not even funny.
Man,
And,
yeah, just so like learn some of your juice a little bit, your knowledge on that. Like I gotta brush up more. And,
it's just it's really the things that I tell people. It's really common sense, and it's also understanding the main principle. Is there who was injured? Because it's a contract. There's 3 parties to a contract, right? And you got to remember, if you damage something, there's an injured party somewhere. You there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You gotta have
we're here.
party, bro.
Listening in, man.
That's what.
Oh,
that's
party time. Okay, let's party.
the injured party time. The thing that's injured about me is my soul. But not yet.
We lost what's his name, but cheers. Listen in.
Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. I'm sorry. We've gone before his time.
I will chime in when I feel needed.
Yeah, no. So I'm just saying that just the things that people need to know is there an injury? Is there damage somewhere? Somebody is damaged in anything that comes against you. There's a damage. There's a if you owe something or something you owe, and when you know contracts, right? It's a two-way street on a contract, and then if it's breached, now obviously a third party gets involved, and you got to go to a legal process. But that's where the third party comes in. So, you got a contract with somebody, and it gets broken. It's just that simple. So everything in life, you got to know there's a contract attached to it. So as far as moving along life and, parking ticket, traffic ticket, you're at home and you got a grass ticket or some shit, or, a code violation, anything. An old bill, you ain't pay an old bill, and it went to collection, you could send them a copy of your middle finger and say, just show me my signature. And they'll send you back something saying, oh, we're no longer pursuing the debt. All right. Now you need to report to the credit agency that that's pretty much common knowledge now.
Man, that's you? I thought that was auditing Erie County with those.
I thought it was him.
Oh no, that last one no. That first one was I thought that was you, because that wasn't me. I didn't have that laugh sound effects.
I thought that was auditing Erie County.
Me too. That's not
He
me.
dropped off though. Like I think he dropped off a while back.
You know damn well that's not me. I don't have.
I don't have that laugh. That must have been one of y'all, because the only laughs I have is not that one.
Yo, bro, what? Are you serious?
Was that
Yeah,
just you?
I
just
got
now?
other laughs, but not that one. That one was like, "Whoa, is that you?" I thought that was you, Will.
No, wait.
It sounded
just now.
good. It sounded good.
Wait,
though.
hold on. Wait.
It
Hold on.
worked.
That was That was
Confirmation. It worked.
Was that just you?
No, that's the weirdest thing. I thought that was all auditing Erie County.
No. Wait. Hold on. Was that just you, Bamboo, that played that sound?
Oh, well, I did this one like where it
The
goes.
laughing sound just now.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's me. Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was auditing Erie County.
Hello, everyone.
Well, I don't.
Thank you very much. That's really nice.
Well, I don't have to really get into specifics.
Okay. Shout out to all you guys in
Exactly.
the chat. I can't read the chat.
I got Arnold too.
What?
I can't read the chat.
Yeah. This is me, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You can ask him anything.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
We're going to play a little game called "Who's Your Daddy and What Does He Do?"
Okay.
God, that's funny.
Good.
But yeah, man, it's just good to get up on here. But like I said, I can't really see the chat because I'm rolling, and
Right.
when I
Well, we
stare at
got
the
D,
road
we
and
got
look,
Natural Born Rebel in the house. We got Space Troll.
because I'm on
Cuts,
three
Miranda.
channels, so
Miranda, that guy channel 2. What's up, man? This guy has good freestyle flows. I connected with him with like the Wheat Girl community and
oh,
karaoke.
there he is. He's back. Hold on.
That guy's in the house. We
None
got
of
Erie
those sound
back.
effects were me. I don't know how I got kicked off.
You're back.
Cheers.
Oh,
Big
my
up.
bad. Auditing Erie County. The reason you got kicked off is because me and Yeah Right the Matrix are pretty close. And when he was talking about his favorite auditor, I could have sworn he was going to say it was me. And
What?
so,
That's funny.
Well, no, well, Will, I don't consider you an auditor. That's the thing. See? No, that's a good like a good
What are you
thing, you
talking
know.
about?
I need a soundboard. No fear.
Because you were you before auditing, so
Yeah,
that's why you're heavily censored.
exactly.
Exactly.
No, I've been doing this for a long time. You can search soundboards online, man. There's so many free soundboards.
I used to call people with the soundboards. I remember the Arnold soundboard.
Oh yeah, man. That's how I got into it because I used to listen like 15 years ago. I would hear prank calls on YouTube of people using soundboards. That's so copy. Big up Erie. Big up everybody. Thank you. Yeah, right.
But yeah, shout out to all you guys. And in the chat, we're still here. You can hear me?
I got it. I'm here.
Okay.
You sound golden, bro.
Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like. You know what the problem is? When I start singing, is a lot of channels will get taken down for copyright strikes because I have such a beautiful angelic voice and it sounds so close.
Hey, you gotta. If you like to sing, Fake Mike, we do. I've been to karaoke like twice a week, almost like for like 4 or 5 years on YouTube with various channels, and you gotta come hang out and just hang out. You can do rap too. We can freestyle. You can whatever.
All right, word. Do it, yo. I'll bring all of them with.
Tomorrow night, it might be on my channel, but I'm kind of not sure yet because I gotta figure out what's up with my StreamYard.
How do you get around?
Ran out.
How do you guys get around copyright strikes with that? Do you have like a cover?
Well, you know, it's kind of hit or miss. Like, there's not really much you can do. Like, sometimes YouTube will just take it down, but it's not very often at all. And only they really probably worry about monetized channels more.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And I'm not monetized. And
me neither.
Yeah. The other one that I hang out with more, like for Carrie, not monetized either. So that probably cuts down a lot of the copyright issues that might.
Who's the dude left of Bob Marley in that picture? Bro?
Oh, that's me. That's me.
Oh shit. That's really good. Fucking bro, that looks like
my friend made it.
Yeah, but it looks like you from the future though.
Yeah. Yeah, my friend made it, like, sent it to me. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, man.
That's fire, yo.
Yeah, no, hell yeah. We're just chilling. Just chatting up like us, man. Trying to figure out what's going on with life.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, fire ass picture, yo.
Thanks, man. Yeah, AI. There's so many. I mean, I don't even know.
What is that? What is that? A journey?
Oh, I don't know. It's just AI imaging apps you can find.
There's one thing called some shit journey or mid journey or something.
There's one called like I don't know the one he got it from, but because he sent it to me, he made it for my. But pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
It's so fun. It's kind of also at the same time. I think it's a little bit kind of disturbing, maybe the fact that there's artificial going on just as much, and I think that we can't get. I don't want to get used to it. You know, artificial stuff. It's or at least maybe making sure you have the best intentions. But even then, AI is kind of a creepy concept because that's what they want for us.
I have to say, Bamboo Soldier, as somebody from the truth community, and you're right. You don't want to get stuck up with this stuff too much. But after 4 years of a sex robot, I have to say, she's never talked back. And granted, she's not programmed to do anything yet, but
So
but
stupid.
on the new upgrade, so the new iOS download.
Well, yeah, I guess that version of AIs are probably excelling big time, and I don't know
Yep,
that
I think you
much.
lost. You
Oh,
lost
he
it.
dropped off.
That's what happens when you talk about AI.
Oh, sheesh, man. We shouldn't do that too much.
AI took them
That
out.
could be bad.
We're messing up the large language the
Oh yeah,
large language
code
model,
words are key.
disrupting the LLMs. Yeah, but yeah, man. Uh, yeah, good to see auditing Erie County stop in and fake Michael. And
Sure.
if you haven't checked out auditing Erie County, please check out his channel. He just did a great series on the Buffalo Erie County building, and I've talked about that building before, and I know exactly the architecture of that building and why it has so much um, tribal symbolism all over it, as well as their Roman garbage all over it too, because they have a contract.
Heritage influence, all
They
that.
got a contract, and if the people ever knew, man, that's
Con in the
our
name.
freedom.
Con.
That's our freedom right there, man. If the real Indians came together with the black folks, this country is going back to its people, you know. But I mean, it's just is what I know where my family from. I know where we come from. So it's like, yo, I know where we come from. I know where the surname, which is called a king name, came from my black side of my family. I know where the land that last king surname was given, and how they were given I think it was 30,000 acres in South Carolina, um, which was at that time actually incorporated Georgia, because Georgia came after.
Georgia.
Georgia came after. So, man,
Hey, maybe I can sing a song.
if that ever happened, man, it'd be over, man. But that's the good thing about something, going, the United States dissolving or whatnot.
Hmm.
I do believe that the land would go back to native people, the indigenous people, you know,
That would be the best way possible.
and yeah. Could you
You know.
imagine, you know, the natives? They don't even have the concept of, oh, well, this is, now we're in
Man,
charge of
no one
the whole,
even thinks
you
about them
know,
anymore. It's sad.
now we're, think about this, right? Okay, the United States falls apart. Okay, the land somehow, this is just like a wild, crazy movie, and the land somehow goes back to the natives. That's not even in their being to say, well, we're in control of everything. We're in
No.
control of you guys, and
They
we're
just
the
want to be
government.
at peace. They just want to be at peace.
We're the
Yeah.
government now. No, they don't. It's just not like built like that.
No.
It don't
They
work
just
like
want their
that.
land back and everybody go away and leave them alone.
No,
And
they
then,
don't even they don't want their land back. What they do is they occupy land. They know you can't own it. This was a European concept, you know. They understood the principles of occupying and caring for the land in territories. Like if we're occupying a territory, it's like human nature. You go over there, we're here. You know, I
yeah,
mean, it's
yeah.
just, some
I
of
mean,
these wars.
yeah. I mean,
Some of
in
these.
that sense, it's like they just want people to go away and they want to go back to where they were, pretty much. But
Right.
that's
Yeah.
the crying call, that they have in their
Yeah. So,
upbringing, pretty much in a way.
and that's another thing is learning where you came from. No matter what walk of life you are, you know what I mean. Just find out where you
Yeah,
come from,
yeah.
your roots, and because they try to erase that shit, man. And then that's what think about it. That's what they keep us from knowing who we truly are.
Totally.
You know,
They teach us
and
to forget it.
without an identity, right? they create IDs and they create a fake identity, and that's the problem. You know, how are they gonna tell you who you are? You know, we run around here like I told you with these damn state IDs. I mean, it doesn't even make any sense, especially if you were
Right.
born in a different state. Why you gotta? I'm not born in New York State. Why I gotta have your identification? Oh, because you live here. So what does that mean? You know, I'm born over there. My
Right.
birth certificate is the real document, anyways, and that's you learn that from understanding the law and moving about through the borders and the states. You need your birth certificate to even secure a license. So I had to have a Colorado. I was born in Colorado, right? So I had to have
Okay.
a Colorado birth certificate to get a New York State ID. What kind of dumb buffoonery is that?
I know,
That's
man.
not even. That's not even.
Classic
That doesn't
America.
even line up contractually. Like, I got a Colorado birth certificate, but I'm going to get a New York
Yeah.
State driver's license. No,
Let's make this as more difficult as possible as we possibly can, and
right? And
yeah,
I'm
never
actually
gonna be
doing
so
that.
simple.
I'm actually working on that now. I'm in contact with the county where I was born about doing just that. I said it just doesn't make sense. I've been going through some case law about the same thing, and it's
Looking
interesting.
into it.
You
Yeah.
know, it's really interesting, but that's as far as I really got with it.
God, that
But
legal language got to be so deep sometimes, just kind of like redundant and like
man, it's
spinning in
layers upon
cycles too,
layers.
right? It's just like designed for people not to take
Yeah,
advantage of it, you know?
yeah,
Totally
because
designed. And yeah,
you got you got circuit court cases, you got Supreme Court cases, you got state courts, you got all kinds of stuff, man. There's so many different. It's no one knows it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody can know the law. Everybody only can know pieces of it. It's like a religion, like a belief system, and it's actually is science. I mean,
yeah,
law is based off of
it is like
science.
a religion.
Yeah, science, and it's based off of science and psychology. So you
Yep,
know,
it's all connected, man. No doubt.
so
Well, it's been a good
yeah,
talk, man. I
I'm
appreciate
about
you
to get
having
ready.
me come up, and
Yeah, no
yeah,
doubt.
I don't get many chances. You don't go live too much with the panel, so like I'm glad I had a chance to come up, and
Yeah, I
it
usually
was
don't
good
do
to
this at night and stuff. So
right. But it was good
yeah,
to say what's up, man. I was glad to talk to Will too for the first time, and
yeah.
damn, I forgot the other guy, but everybody in the
Auditing
chat
Erie
too.
County.
Yeah,
Dan,
Erie, big up to that.
Dan Auditing Erie County. Yeah,
Right on, gotta check that out.
yeah. Yeah, check out his channel, man. Dude does it. He does the true definition of what auditing should look like. No ignorant shit.
Okay.
Just straight, holding people accountable, following up. I mean, it does really good work, man.
All right,
And,
yeah. Thanks, Deanna. She put it in the chat. I'll check out
yeah,
that for
but
sure.
all right. Thanks to whoever put it
No
in the
problem.
chat. But
Yeah,
yeah, man, I'll check you out next time, man.
yeah,
Much
man.
love.
I'll see you around, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, right. And drive safe. Have a good rest of your weekend or whatever. And see you around
All
soon, man.
right.
I'll see you around.
I
Peace and
appreciate
blessings,
that.
everybody. Peace.
Peace. Shout out to Bamboo and everybody else who joined up and all you guys in the chat. Um, Shout out to you guys. Like I said, it's hard for me to read the chat. But yeah, Space Troll, DN, I see you guys. I had to refresh it, so I didn't even go back. Last farthest comment I can see is I can't even read that. What's that? Rebel Bear? Can someone send two truths? Yeah, that's as far back as I can go. But yeah, nice little stream. So just rolling along, covering some ground and chatting with y'all. And yeah, man, what are we gonna do? Hey, just gotta ride the wave, man. Ride the wave. You know, It's a storm coming. You know, we got to get it. We got to find that low wake and just stay on that low wake. And, hopefully, you know, because I don't know. We in some interesting times, beautiful and scary at the same time, No matter how much you prep, it's still scary and it's beautiful all at the same time. This is something that some of us accepted a long time ago, you know, just how's it going to go down. So, but it's clearly going down. You literally, I don't know what I could use for analogy. Okay, remember that day when you were looking and you saw that big ass gaping hole in the 9/11 building? And like me, 17, 18, however old I was, 2012, no, 2002, I think I was like 19 or some shit. When I look at them gaping ass hole, maybe I was 21. And I'm like, how the fuck they gonna put that out? First thing came to my mind, the first thing I said is, wait a minute, it's a big ass hole and it's burning. How are they gonna put that out? That's what's happening right now. Tower 1 is on fire and there's a big gaping hole in it. The other plane didn't even hit it yet. That's where we at right now. But once you see that other plane hit it and you see two big gaping holes in the building, one, and you like, okay, I've been in New York, I've been in these buildings, and there's no fucking way that fire is getting put out anytime. It's just not going to happen. You can't put that out. That's what's going on in America right now. So you better believe it's coming down, you know. So just got to prepare and, you know, and, yeah, waking people up and is we are, yeah, honestly, a lot of people are trendy woke, right? But people really aren't woken up, man. Woken up is, like you see, you know, people out trying to do stuff, you know. Even Ordinary County for one. Look at that right there. Just simply just going around with a camera. Just look at people's reaction. This is our neighbors. These are people in our cities, our neighborhoods, our schools, our shopping malls, our grocery stores. These are people all around us driving. This is the mentality of society, and we are seriously outnumbered, you know. And there are some people that know what time it is, but a lot of people just stay in their lane, conformity and like, yeah, I understand everything that's going on, but I just don't have the time, or I just don't have the effort, or I just don't have the drive, or kind of afraid of this happening or that happening. I don't want to speak out. You know, I don't want to speak out, but it's okay. So yeah, we're far from in between. Then you got the psychopath crazies that you can be, in a drive-through teller. You can be in a line, and you'll see just behavior that you would say, well, these people need to be in some kind of a room with some pads because this don't even make any sense. You know, I don't know how many times I've been in a drive-through, and not a fast food joint, but like a ATM, and I can literally just pull up and don't even make a transaction. I always check my mirrors, and I see arms flailing and the people beeping their horn, and then they drive by, they back up, drive by, and look at me and just flare their arms and go, "What the fuck?" or "Jesus." I mean, this is shit that we're dealing with. You're just driving down the street and you're doing 35 and a 20 or a 25, technically speeding, and then a car comes ripping around you on the other side, double cross yellow lines at like 70 miles an hour, and then stop in a red light in front of you. I mean, the shit that I see in a day just blows my mind. I'm like, what in the world is going on? You know, light still red. People are looking at the other light, and when that light turns red, they blowing at you, but you're still looking at a red light before it turns green. This is the mentality. This is what's wrong with people out here. Little things like that give me the exact vision and impression that I need to know. Like, whoa, people are on the edge. People are going to snap. I've seen people snapping at all kinds of places over absolutely nothing. You know, people don't value life. Death is normal, normalized. People drugged out, passed out on the street is normalized. Um, everything is just normal, you know? Stuff that, people like you and me that see stuff and we got human compassion. We're like, oh man, this is so sad. For everybody else, it's like a lot of people is like, don't even pay no attention, you know? Look at how they're treating people coming in from the border, you know? Someone told me, well, I can't. You believe in the open border. I can't follow you anymore. Well, sorry, but hey, don't trip over on an illegal on the way out the door, because I don't care. I can care less. The more the merrier. I don't care. No, I don't care about that at all. Shit, we are humans. Imaginary line and an imaginary illusion of a country is not gonna persuade me to treat a brother and sister like that I'm better than them and they're not worthy. You know, crazy man, crazy when you think about society. There's people who are fight for freedom. We're all about freedom and don't want their rights trampled on, but when it comes to other human beings coming from another country, which most people came from another country, all of a sudden they want to put tyranny on them and get them out of here. I can't even understand that idea. Just like I used to tell the Trumpers, just like I used to tell the Libbies, same shit. I'm like, look, y'all fight for the same goddamn thing, but you can't tell them they can't do this while y'all doing this over here. I had to tell that to the Trumpers. I'm like, what the fuck is y'all doing? When I was out there with them nurses and they was protesting all this and that, and then they went and was getting mad, and they go because all the abortion crap went on, and they want to go over there telling them. I'm like, what the fuck is y'all doing? I said, how you gonna tell you mad at them because they're protesting against you, right? And you're telling them you got a right to choose and it's freedom of choice, but then you go over there and tell them they can't have the freedom of choice. What? Listen, they gotta answer for whatever they're doing. You nobody else's God. You know, no one is no one else's God. And that's another thing. People need to go back to worrying about their own goddamn self. Oh shit, I just saw a shooting star. That was crazy. The sky is crystal clear. Let's see if I can read. Yeah, exactly. Might be the next migrants. Exactly, man. Telling you, man, them birth certificates scare me. Especially when I've seen two of them come back in foreign form, one in Russian, one in Chinese. So yeah, they scare me. That means somebody owns a title. You see all this shit going on. I'm like, man. I see all these people coming in. I'm like, yo, man, that might be our replacements. Y'all fooling around. Because I was down there documenting in 2020 when the pandemic was going on and everybody was lining up to get the you know what. Guess who was coming in and not getting the you know what? I don't come with these thoughts out of my rear end. It's because I've seen some stuff. Basically, I've been in the damn battlefield. I'm like, okay, I done watched them. I was standing at the border like a border patrol with the border patrol, recording them walk from Mexico into the United States, stand in line, wait for a big white bus that's a private military contracting bus, get on the bus, okay, with the border patrol, U.S. Custom Borders. Then the bus drives to a Catholic center, get off the Catholic center, go into a tent, Mr. 19 tent, get screened or fake screened. I don't know what went on there. They come out, then they walk over to the Catholic center, go in there, walk out of there, go across the street into another room. And after that, the next group comes out with manila folders saying, I don't speak English. Please help. Look here. They walk over to the bus station. From the bus station, they go all from down in South Texas to Dallas, Houston, San Antonio. From there, they wait, then they get shipped anywhere in the country. Plus, you pull that manila envelope out, they got a check. There you have it. That's not an illegal, that's not a migrant. That is somebody who's here legally. The news is telling you they're illegal. The hell? So that's that. But I'm not with that border thing. So I'd help them out. If I could, I'd help family out. If it was, if it ever came to me where I guess somehow the universe springs upon, oh, there's a family and they need help. You think I'm saying no? Absolutely not. I'm like, sure, yeah. What's going on? I'll help them out. That's the true American way, right? That's what the natives did to the colonizer, and then what happened? Yeah. See, what people don't realize, this is a spiritual war. See, all them people that you see coming over here, a lot of them is coming from South America, right? The ones that are coming in legally that you think are illegal, believe me, they got some that are coming over illegally, but you don't know about those, but they're faking like you do know about those. See, that's the trick. I've been there. There ain't nobody sneaking through that. It is no, and I'm talking about the southernmost borders. You ain't sneaking in. You're not sneaking in there. That's propaganda shit. You ain't sneaking in there. You got to have some balls to do that anyways. Like, where are you going? Like, and down there, if it was people sneaking in, ain't nobody looking for them. The police down there don't know, man. They know Border Patrol and U.S. Custom Borders is all over that. They got that. And they get them and they bring them in and they got to go through the process. It's simple. So, yeah, man. Sorry to go off on a tangent. It just pisses me off when, I see that. Human beings, how they treat each other. But good comment, Space Troll. Shit. I'd be like, yo, we might have to meet with them. Like, look, man, look, I know y'all got in here. Look, how'd you get in here? Bet you we talked to all of them. They gonna be like, well, I mean, we took the, took the bus. The bus. We took the bus. What? No, I want to know how to get out of here like y'all got in here. No, 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 no. We don't know. You know, mess around, try to get out the way they came in, and we realized, damn, we can't get out. Think about it. That might be another trick. You thinking that it's all sweet, man. We could just sneak on out. And you got them talking about they gonna seal the border up. Every movie in Hollywood showed where everybody goes. They head south. Nobody, and they did not show. I've never seen one movie from Hollywood with a doomsday scenario that went to Canada. Everybody goes south. They know this is going to happen. People are already doing it. They're well aware of it. They need to seal that place off. They're like, man, the fucking drug war didn't scare them. Border crisis didn't scare them. So, but yeah. All right, let me see if I can read some of this here. Everyone's moved south. Exactly. And they know that. And it's all ironic when the United States is on the brink of extinction that they need to seal up the border and there's a migrant border crisis. Man, shit. I mean, I don't know. Maybe maybe they're doing a trade. Maybe they're doing uh, maybe they're doing a modern day slick ass slave trade. They're like, well, how many Americans you think? Well, we're estimated due to our AI calculations and Bill Gates. They're estimated that about 10 million will leave the U.S. and head south. All right. Well, we need about 10 million people to fill the spot. All right. All right, bring them in. All right. Well, when it collapses, those 10 million, they'll get out of here. Then we'll seal it up. All right. Deal. Shake hands. Here we go. I mean, I'm just being stupid, but you know, shit. But yeah, man, if anybody has time, I know it's hard. Look up the good old Trump, Mexico, and U.S. trade agreement. Mexico, Canadian, U.S. trade agreement. It's in there. I just ain't got that much time to be making all these. You know how many videos I probably, eh, within the past couple days in the process, makes like 20 videos and didn't upload none of them. Didn't finish half of 'em. I just get, I don't know, I get like, what's the point? You know, get 2, 3 people to watch it. Can't answer, can't respond to no comments. I mean, it's a joke. Rats in a cave. That's right. So, yeah, but a change gonna come, whether we like it or not, good or bad. Take it or leave it. It's about to go down. You know, I didn't check any propaganda out today, but last propaganda, I'm like, man, this is all, everything you've seen on TV is all the new world order. All them setting up the new commerce, everything in between, you know, everything you're seeing on foreign, and then the American people just being totally shut out. I laugh when I see like truthers talking about these stupid ass Trump, all these news stories here in the United States. It's like, God, they're literally doing all this, and the United States is totally isolated, but thinking it knows all the world events. No, you're totally shut off from all the world events. What? Are you serious? And these stories are there, but nobody talks about them. Nobody's putting the two to two together. It's crazy, man. It truly is crazy. So all this foreign news, just look it up. Just put Belt and Road next to it, bricks next to it, and you'll see it'll pop right up. They literally had a a Israel literally was at a court. I mean, a court. United Nations supposed to upheld it, whatever. But it's the United States, has that on lock, so nothing that gets done. But all the world was watching that except for the United States of America. Every, all the whole world, all the news from all over the world was there to see that. That means it's big news, and not one American news station was there. They're probably there undercover, but they're not going to they're not going to show their, CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, and all that other stuff. They're not going to do that. But there was not one. All the photos, all the microphones, there was not one American journalist there. That's crazy because it shows everything. Well, either they ain't either there's some kind of something we don't know about that they're not there, or we know they're hiding it, but I mean that's crazy that because it's against the United States too, because they two go hand in hand. So they said straight genocide. So I don't know. I mean, like I said, the rest of that could be the propaganda for the rest of the world, and the countries, the people in the nations say, "And shit, we're done with this United States." And this is how China getting all them deals, man. And you got to remember, China owns Tencent. That is the largest media company on the planet. China owns a lot of media components that, I mean, you wake up in the morning, you got some kind of scandal going on. This has been going on for a long time because China has a lot of power. You know, there's a reason why TikTok ain't get shut down. You know, so but believe it or not, there's two TikToks. There's a China TikTok and there's a United States TikTok. So yeah, it's crazy. Definitely being isolated in this country from mass media. You really gotta dig to find some stuff. You got a lot of stuff going on in all those regions, man. Ethiopia, Pakistan, India, Libya, Egypt right now. Obviously Iran, Afghanistan, um, all these different places. Israel, Yemen, Syria. I mean, it's literally going down. You got Ukraine, but go Trump. Go Trump. Swifties, all the Swifties, the Taylor Swifties. That's nothing. You bet your bottom dollar I'm watching that Super Bowl. I got to see what kind of energy they pumping through there. They might straight just tell us, or it might, you never know. Always a possibility of something going down. But anyway, they might just come on the news and tell, look, man, it's just about to get rough. We just took this motherfucker over. Tuck your head, kiss your ass goodbye. You know. But all right, y'all. It's about that time, man. I'm about to get up off here. It's late here on the East Coast, so I'm about to get up off here and get ready to lay it down myself. But shout out to all you guys for joining in and staying up late with me. I actually like these talks. It's kind of just flow off the head, So shout out to Fake Mike, Bamboo, Auditing Erie County for joining in. So, but shout out to Cut, Space Troll, Gemini's, whoever else is on here watching. You know, all the other lurkers and whoever else stumbles upon this later. Much love to you guys. And hey man, it's all going down. What we've been talking about years is all just happening. You know, the end. Shout out to you. I got good coffee, girl. Good to see you. Thank you. It's just off the cuff, just not really fancy, but yeah. And I was actually going to do a video yesterday. Sorry if anybody was waiting on that. It was called Date and Dating is Not What You Were Told. Go down those rabbit holes, Take those two words, go look up the legal, because remember, there's a legal definition to the word date. Then look up the legal definition of dating, and you'll see exactly. I mean, it's just this stuff, mind blowing stuff, man. It all starts to fit in, you know. why they use the word dating or why they trained us. Oh, are you dating? You guys are dating. Oh man, that is the pre-meeting, right? Go look up date and dating legal definitions. That is the pre-meeting of the business formation. It's wild, man. And when you get married, obviously, you're forming two businesses together. It's really wild, man. So that's what I was talking about. It wasn't really going to be anything about dating. It's just about the legal definition of the words, and then breaking down a lot of things. That's what I think I'm going to kind of gear more towards is legal words and terms and how things, because this really it's a rabbit hole in itself, and it's really mind blowing and it's interesting and I love it. You know, um, yeah, just like the word illegal and legal. When you really look up the word illegal and understand what the illegal legal definition means, legal lawfully, you'll realize that we've been duped. Illegal doesn't mean wrong. And they've been telling us the whole time. It doesn't mean you're wrong. There's just nothing supporting it because we use the law to say you can't do it. But guess what, guys? You could use the law to repeal it and undo it to where it is legal and upheld by the law and the Constitution. This is what's missing. This is why they want to drop a bomb on this place, because people are starting to figure this stuff out. Tell me, wait a minute, damn. It's illegal because ain't nobody challenge it. Remember, gay marriage was illegal, right? Remember, abortion was illegal, and all these other things were illegal. This rainbow shit was all illegal, or not legal yet, and they made it legal. So these are the things that we got to do, man, or should have been doing. You know, but I mean, I get it, the propaganda machine and this whole protest thing, and people think they're getting their voices heard. Well, I don't understand how a motherfucker could understand that we live in a corporation and understand that it's, corporations can't talk. So your voice will never be heard because the corporation can't talk because it's dead. You can't, you just can't. Another thing is to look up as entity, because that's where you get your identity. They put ID on an entity, right? That's all they did. That's what your identity is. You're an entity, right? Which you're a corporation of, you're just not a human being. You are an entity. So they just put identity on it. Look up both those words, man. And you start to unravel your own damn chains. Like, damn, what? So, all right, guys, man. Peace to you guys. I'll talk to y'all later. Much love. And, yeah, man, just stay up, eyes up, and pay attention. Peace and love.